Hi, it's Kelly with Coffee Cups and Books, and today I'm going over my September book haul. But first, my coffee cup of the day. It's this cute one. It's very fallish to stay cozy, and I've been waiting for fall time to use it. It's little, it's got this little handle. It's very cute. I am drinking a cinnamon spice hot tea. It's so good to get me in the fall mood. And I sweetened it with this creamed cinnamon honey by Clove and Hive. We got it at the Renaissance Festival that comes around, and it is so good. I've never had creamed honey before, and the cinnamon one is so good. I use it in my tea, my hot teas, and I just love it. I'm definitely going to buy another jar when the Renaissance Festival comes back. Now, I'm trying to get in the fall mood because, one, it is fall, but two, here in Texas, it does not feel like fall. If you can hear my fan, yeah, you know, it's in the 90s right now. Let's see what it says. Oh, it doesn't say. But it's in the 90s right now. It's pretty hot. So, yeah. I have the fan on pretty low so it doesn't interfere with the video, but I need it. It's warm. Okay, so, my book haul. I bought more books than I intended to. I intended to not to have like maybe 3 books. And I was like, yeah, I'll just put September and October book haul together because I'm not going to have enough books for a video. If you're watching this, you know that didn't happen. I have enough books for a video. I know. I need to just buckle down and read the books I have and stop buying new ones. I really do. One day. Okay, so let's go ahead and get to it. I'm trying to remember where I bought them all, so if I get it wrong, I guess you probably won't know. Okay, so I bought The Wind in the Willows by Kenneth Grahame. This is a classic. I have not read it. My husband and I have seen the Disney illustrated animated movie, but we haven't read it, and it's the special school edition. I got it for $1 at Half Price Books in the clearance section, and I thought, $1, why not? So I'm going to read it myself. I remember thinking the animated movie was fun, and then when I'm done, it might be a little bit too advanced for my class, but maybe I'll read it to them. Yeah, I think that'd be fun. I think they might get a kick out of it. But yeah, $1. It's hard to beat $1, you know? Okay, just gonna put those there. The next book I got for $2 at Half Price Books, and that is Madame Bovary by Gustave Flaubert. I think I might have read this in college, but I don't remember. It was either this one or Lady Chatterley's Lover. I don't remember which one I read. It's been a while, but I do want to read it again or read it for the first time. I'm trying to read more classics, as you saw from my classics I haven't read video. Sorry if you can hear my birds. It's Sunday afternoon and they're just enjoying themselves. But I want to read more classics. I want to be more well-read when it comes to that. And yeah, so I would like to read this. Look at the font. So tiny. So tiny. So I'm kind of worried about that. But $2. Sorry, I noticed something on my shirt. $2. I love the clearance section. Okay, this next book I also got for $2 in the clearance section, and I bought it because it just sounded funny, and that is Pies and Prejudice. I do want to get into more cozy mysteries. I really love cozy mysteries. I haven't really read I know a lot of cozy mysteries are like food and bakery themed. I did read Chocolate Chip Cookie Murder by Joanne Fluke a couple of months ago. But I saw this, it was $2. It was called Pies and Prejudice. And, you know, Pride and Prejudice is my favorite video. I thought this might be a fun, a little like addendum to, okay, let me start over. I'm making a Jane Austen vlog where I'm reading all of her books, and I'm going to talk about Jane and all of the editions of her books that I own and some Jane Austen adjacent books. And so I thought this might be a fun one to include in that, Pies and Prejudice. So, and there's a cute little dog. I do own a book by Ellery Adams, I believe, and it's The Secret and Scone Society. I haven't read it yet, but I would like to. And so I thought, sure, why not? $2. If I don't like it, I'll just put it in a little free library and no harm, no foul. So yeah. Another mass market paperback we got is Roadwork by Stephen King. He wrote this under Richard Bachman. My husband and I went to Half Price Books and we saw this and we're like, we don't own it. And I'm currently doing the Long Walk Readathon. I'm about to start in October because right now it is September 28th, 29th, 28th. It's the 28th. And so I thought, why not? Let's read some more Richard Bachman. I've read The Long Walk, but I've not read Roadwork. So yeah. And shout out to Fina, because that is her team, Roadwork. So I'm on Team Blaze, which I actually bought. You'll see that in a little bit. All right. My husband bought this book, but I thought I would include it in my book haul because I've read this and I'll probably read it again. And that is The Shining by Stephen King. We didn't own it. My husband hasn't read it, but he wants to. I have read it, and I do like this book. It is very dated in some ways. Like they listen to records, which is pretty cool. And then some of the language Stephen King uses, very 70s. It would not fly now in 2025. But this is a good book, and I think the movie is good as well. Very creepy. So yeah. And my husband really wants to own all of the Stephen King books, and so hence this one and Roadwork. So yeah, he's trying to collect them all. And we're both trying to read them all. So all right, the next book I got is Kenobi. It's a Star Wars book by John Jackson Miller. This is part of the Legends collection. I bought this because Ian from Ian the Reader and I are planning on doing a Star Wars kind of read along next year. We've picked out 12 books that we want to read in the Star Wars universe. Some are legends and some are canon. And this was one of the legends ones we picked. We have heard very good things about this. And Obi-Wan Kenobi is my favorite Jedi. And so I've been wanting to read this for a while. And now is just perfect excuse to do so. So I don't remember what month we said we were going to read this, but yeah, I'll be reading it then. But I'm very excited. I think one day I want to do a video where I show my Star Wars books. If you're interested in that, let me know down below, because if you don't want to see it, I won't make it. But yeah, if people are interested, I might do that. And speaking of that Star Wars read along, I got Light of the Jedi by Charles Soule. This is another book that is on there. I found this at Half Price Books, the used bookstore, so I was very excited about that. This is definitely on there. We have heard that this is the High Republic book to start with, and so we want to do that. I haven't read any books from the High Republic series, and so I'm very excited to start that. So I don't know much about the High Republic. All I really know from that time, I watched The Acolyte, that show, and that takes place during the High Republic times, but I haven't read any books from that time. So yeah. And another Star Wars book. I actually pre-ordered this from Barnes & Noble because they had a 25% off pre-order sale. And that is from a certain point of view, and that is from Return of the Jedi. And basically this is 40 stories written by different people taking place during Return of the Jedi. And I had the Star Wars one and the Empire Strikes Back one. So I was very excited to see this coming out in paperback, so I pre-ordered it. And 25% off, I had to. But I am very excited. I know some of the authors back here, not all of them, but I do know some of them. And so the ones I do, I'm excited to read from, and the ones I don't, I'm excited to learn about. So yeah, but I am very excited to read these. I'm not sure when I will, but I would like to soon. I think it'd be fun to read different short stories based around these movies, the original trilogy, which will always hold a very special and dear place in my heart. So yeah, I'm excited. All right, I think that's all the Star Wars for now. I don't think I have any more Star Wars books in here. You never know. All right. I saw this at Half Price Books, and so I had to get it because I don't own it. And that is 11/22/63 by Stephen King. I have read this before. This is my favorite Stephen King novel. Now, true, I haven't read very many by him, but this is by far my favorite. And it's not horror at all. It is historical fiction, thriller. There is some horrific elements to it, in some of the descriptions, but it's not a horror book. And I don't know, maybe that's why I like it. I don't know. But he, like, wow, this is just masterful writing to me. I cried in this book. And if I cry in a book, it's a sure sign that it's pretty high on my list. But I really, really like this book a lot. I know it's not everyone's favorite, but it's definitely mine. And so, yeah, I enjoy it. Will I read it again? I would like to, but it is a chonky boy. Like, yeah, he's chonk. So I don't know when, but one day I would like to. I really like this book a lot. So if you've not read Stephen King, and if you're not really a horror person, which I get, I'm not either, I would suggest 11263 if you are curious and want to read something by him. I suggest this one. So yeah. Oh, I lied when I said no more Star Wars. I got Lost Stars by Claudia Gray. This is also part of our the books we want to read next year. I'm trying to proactively buy the books. And I saw this at Half Price Books as well. So when I see them at Half Price Books, I'm like, gotta get them. We've heard that this is a very good one too. I'm pretty sure this is one of the ones we said we're going to read. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think that's why I bought it. But yeah. And it's a nice hardback. And like I said, it was used. So it was pretty cheap. So I'm excited to get to it. Okay. All right. Another book I got at Half Price Books in the clearance section is Lightning Strike by William Kent Kruger. This is a prequel to his, I think, is it Cork O'Connor? I almost said Connor O'Cork. Cork O'Connor series. I have not read that series, but I've heard very good things about it. I have read one book by William Kent Kruger. What was it called? Was it Ordinary Grace? I believe it was Ordinary Grace. And I loved that book. And so I want to read more by him. And when I saw this prequel for a series, I have been interested in that series. It's funny because I actually texted Ian about the series. And then he's like, have you read it? Is it any good? And then I saw the prequel at Half Price Books. I'm like, look what I found. So yes, I would like to read this and start that series. I think I'm going to read this next year. I think I'll start that series next year. I know, starting another series. I know. I'm a hopeless case, okay? I know it. I'm hopeless. It's fine. It's fine. I can live with myself. All right. And then we got Blaze by Stephen King, aka Richard Bachman. And I'm on Team Blaze for the Long Walk Readathon. So we saw this and had to get it. I actually saw a paperback, a mass market paperback I had in my hand. And then my husband's like, ooh, I like this. This was at Half Price Books, so it was a used book as well. And he's like, I like this copy. Let's get this one. And these books are going to be in his little library. So I was like, well, it's going to be in your library, so pick the book that you want displayed. And so he picked this one. I am excited to read it because I am part of Team Blaze. So hopefully it's good. I've heard good things. Ian, the reader, said it is so good. So I'm excited to read it. And again, trying to collect the Stephen King books. Okay. This is a new book, but I saw it at Half Price Books. And that is this edition of Pride and Prejudice. And it says it's a classic companion. So it's the original text and a study guide, which I thought was fun. It says it has extra wide margins for making notes, stickered sheets with color-coded tabs, and 32 pages of analysis and study notes. And it has the autobiography, explanation of major themes, key locations and characters, analysis of famous lines and scenes, and prompts for book group discussions. Now, I'm not going to write in this book. I already know. Even though it does have wide margins where you could do so, I'm not going to. I am not that person. It's very hard. I can't write in a book. I'm not an annotator. It's hard for me to write in books. I just can't do it. Like little stickers, yeah, I'll put that for the different, like my favorite lines, my favorite scenes, things like that. I can do that, but I'm not going to write in it. I wanted it, one, because it is very pretty. Let's take this off. Let me look at it. It is so pretty. And two, I do like, oh yeah, look. Who has room for notes? I'm not using that. But I like the study guide. I think that's kind of fun to learn more things. Like the origins of Pride and Prejudice, the world of Pride and Prejudice. I just think that's really neat. The style of Pride and Prejudice. I just think that's so cool. And so I'm very interested in that. And so I was like, yeah, I want to read it. And look at this. Ah, I love it. Yeah, I saw it and I picked it up and I showed my husband. I'm like, look, he's like, get it. I know you want it. I'm like, yes. It's just so pretty. So you will see this book again in my Jane Austen vlog because I want to go over all of my copies. And I don't know how many copies of Pride and Prejudice I have. But yeah, here's another one to the pile. It's just so pretty. I have to. I'm not putting that one on the ground. All right, speaking of Jane Austen. Yeah. Okay. These next two books I got at Book Outlet. So they were having I think it was 1 or 2 day, like, free shipping, whatever you buy. Like, no, you don't have to meet the $35 to get free shipping. So I was like, ooh. So I got this Puffin and Bloom version of Sense and Sensibility. Look how pretty it is. I have other Puffin and Bloom editions. I have Little Women, Anne of Green Gables, A Little Princess, and Heidi. I have those. And I just really think the Puffin and Bloom editions are very pretty. So when I saw they had Sense and Sensibility and the next one, Emma, I had to. Okay, I hear people mowing their lawn, so if you can hear that, I apologize. But yeah, and Emma. Aren't these just so pretty? Oh, there's the back. I just thought, oh, they're so pretty. I had to get them. Had to. Oof. But yeah, wow. I just thought they were just gorgeous. And so, yeah. More for my collection, my Jane Austen collection. So you'll see these again in my Jane Austen vlog. Yeah, ooh, that's reminding me we need to mow our lawn. It's funny, it's very dry here in Texas, so most of our lawn is crunchy. Like, the grass itself isn't growing, but we've got these really tall, thin weeds that grow, and so those have to be mowed. Oh, it's very weird. Okay, I also got this from Book Outlet, and that is Parable of the Talents by Octavia E. Butler. I have Parable of the Sower, and you saw that on my series I need to finish videos. I forget if it's 1 or 2, but I've read Parable of the Sower and I really liked it, and I was like, I need to finish it. And so when I saw this on Book Outlet and it matches my Parable of the Sower, I said, yep, I'm going to go ahead and get it. So hopefully I will read it soon. But yeah, I would like to read it. And it says it's the winner of the Nebula Award for Best Novel, so I'm sure it's good. And it's Octavia E. Butler. I've read 2 books by her and I've loved them both. I thought they were both amazing. So yes, I am very excited to get to this one. And I would like to get into more sci-fi, so I thought that would be a good one. Okay, this one I got at Half Price Books, and that is Reflection. It's a twisted tale, and it's by Elizabeth Lim. I love Mulan, and I recently bought the Sleeping Beauty twisted tale, and so when I saw this one, I was like, why not? I already told myself I was going to read them. I've heard they're good, and so I really like Mulan, so I thought, let's go ahead and get it. So yeah, Mulan is one of my favorites. Sleeping Beauty is one of my favorites. And this next one is also, and that is Beauty and the Beast. I love Beauty and the Beast. And this one is As Old as Time, A Twisted Tale by Liz Braswell. So this is a Beauty and the Beast one. So I'm really excited to read these. I would eventually like to get them all. But when I saw these at Half Price Books, they were like $5. I was like, sure, why not? It's a good way to get to them. And if I like them, great. And if not, I will put them in Little Free Libraries, but I think I will like them. So I've heard good things about them. And yeah, I do like Disney. I'm not a Disney adult, which is nothing wrong with that. I'm more, I guess I kind of am because of Star Wars. Star Wars is owned by Disney now. I'm very much a Star Wars person, but I do like Disney. And so, yeah, I thought that would be fun. Yes, to make it clear, nothing wrong with Disney adults. I am friends with some, and I think it's wonderful. Nothing wrong with that. The next book I saw, where did I see this? I think I saw this at Half Price Books. And that is I Surrender All by Priscilla Shirer. This is a Bible study book. I'm not exactly sure what the focus is, but yeah, I'm guessing surrendering to God. So I could always use some more Bible study and some more Christian living advice and like learning ways to live for God. So yeah, excited about that. This next book, I got a Half Price Books, and I was so excited to see it. I had heard about it years ago, and when I saw it, I was like, yay, it's there. And that is His Hideous Heart, edited by Dahlia Adler. Now, what this is 13 of Edgar Allan Poe stories, plus the reimaginings by 13 different artists. So they've got these 13 stories, and then 13 other different authors kind of reimagined the story. And so you have both you can compare to. And so I think that is super fun, and I've heard good things about it. Yeah, I don't know if I've read. Oh, no. I don't know if I've read. I've heard of a lot of these authors, but I don't know if I've read from any of them. So yeah, that'll be really exciting to read. One, I like the cover, and two, I like Edgar Allan Poe, and I just think this is fun. And I like the fact that it has the original stories with the and reimagined tales, so you can compare, which I will definitely do. So yeah, I'm excited about this. This would be a fun one to read this fall season. Will I get to it? Probably not, because I am participating in a readathon. If I do get to it, it'll be in November, but I've already got things I want to read in November, so this might have to wait till next spooky season. Sorry. Saying sorry to the book. All right, this next book I ordered from Blackwell's, and if you don't know, Blackwell's is located in the UK, but they do ship to the US, and the price of the book, it includes shipping, and it's actually not expensive. Like I thought, oh, it's going to be expensive. It wasn't. Like this next book was $12 and it's new, like 12 or 13. And that is Wham! George and Me by Andrew Ridgeley. Now I bought this from Blackwell because I couldn't find it anywhere. It wasn't on Barnes & Noble. I couldn't get it there. So I was like, okay. Now, if you don't know me, you don't know that I am a huge Wham! And George Michael fan. George Michael was one of my first crushes when I was younger. And yeah, it's funny. I was talking to Ian about it. He's like, I've got bad news for you. I'm like, I know. I'm not George's type, and he is not here with us anymore. So, but yeah, I love Wham! And I love George Michael. I listen to them all the time. I've read I think, was it like 400 or 500 page biography about George Michael a couple of years ago, and I liked it. But I've heard this one is better. And obviously it's written by Andrew Ridgeley, who was in Wham! With George Michael and actually knew George Michael from when he was a kid. So they've known each other, like he knew him for a long, long time. So I am very much looking forward to this. I've heard it's very good. And yeah, I'm trying to read more nonfiction, and I'm very interested in this. So I am excited. And I think this cover is so fun. So I really like the rainbow colors. It's very pretty. So yeah. I know. But yeah. George Michael, forever. Love him. Okay. This next book I pre-ordered a long, long time ago, and it came in. And because I also had another 25% off, like Barnes & Noble will occasionally do 25% off pre-orders for members. And so I was like, ooh, so I always look and see what's available. And this was on there, and I had to. Howl's Moving Castle by Diana Wynne Jones. Look at this cover. Look at it. Look at the sprayed edges. It's gorgeous. Look at this. Look at the naked hardback. Look at the end pages. I just dropped that. I was like, oh my gosh. This is beautiful. And I really love this story. My husband and I love the Studio Ghibli animated version of it. That movie actually holds a special place in our hearts. But yeah, when I saw that this was coming up, and it wasn't too expensive because I also had, it was 25% off. Plus I think I had a $5 like reward. And I think I had like a gift card or something. So it came out to be pretty cheap for me. And so I was like, ooh, yeah, let's get it. And I just had to. I just love Hal and Sophie, And I've been wanting a good copy of this book where I like the cover. And then when I saw this, I'm like, that's it. I have to get it. I do want to get the rest of the series. I haven't read the rest of the series. I've only read Howl's Moving Castle. So I would like to get it. I wonder if it'll come out in this as well. But listen to the back. I think we ought to live happily ever after. It should be hair raising. Isn't that so fun? I love it. So yes, I don't collect a lot of special editions because so many books are special nowadays. And oftentimes I don't think it's worth it. But this is to me. It is. It's a very special book. And it's just gorgeous. It's absolutely stunning. And so I had to get it. So I can't wait to put it up. I think instead of putting it like this, I can do most of my books. I think I might actually feature it. So I need to figure out how I'm going to do that. So, I'll figure something out. Okay, this next book I got at Barnes & Noble. It was $5 if you bought a drink from the cafe. And so I was like, yeah, I'll buy a drink from the cafe. And it was Pumpkin Spice and Everything Nice. And it's the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition. I'm guessing because it has these fun deckled edges. But $5 for a brand new book. And it's very fall themed. Like, look at it. This screams fall. Cozy fall. So I'm really hoping that it's fun. It looks a lot of fun. I just look at the shiny leaves. I just love it. Even the shiny, the spine. So I'm looking forward to it. I hope it's good. I want to fit this in this fall season, and it's a romance, so these don't take much time to read. So yeah, I would like to read it. I'm hoping it's good. I know a lot of people are like, oh, $5 book, yay! So yeah, I'm hoping it's good and not $5 because it's not good. But yeah, if you've read this, let me know. And the last book in my haul, I got this at Barnes & Noble. They had the book annex, buy one, get one 50% off. And so I picked a book and my husband picked a book. And I got Sense and Sensibility Illustrated Edition. I have the Pride and Prejudice version of this. And so I saw Sense and Sensibility and I thought, yes. And it's this pretty purple. And it's got these fun illustrations inside. And the pages they've got this purple lighting on it. And it's just fun. I really like it. And some of the illustrations are in color. I don't buy every version I see of Pride and Prejudice and the other Jane Austen books. I don't. I buy the ones that I think are pretty and are worth it. Because I've seen a lot of versions. I'm like, nah, it's not worth it to me. I don't want it. But the ones that are pretty and the ones that I like, I try to get. So yeah, there are some that I like, but they're too expensive. Like I saw one that was $35. I'm like, I'm not spending $35. I can't do it. I just can't. I don't care how beautiful it is. I can't spend $35 on a book. I just can't. But yeah, this one ended up being, because I think these were originally like $12 and it was buy one, get one like half off. So yeah, if you put them together, it was like $6 or something. I don't know. I don't do math well. But it was, even if it was like the full like $12, that's not a lot. And so especially for a very pretty edition. So yeah. But those are all of the books I got in September. Let's see how many books that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24 books. 24 books. And today's the 28th. So that's almost one book a day so far. Wow. I'm feeling a little bit ashamed of myself. Okay, in October, I'm not buying any books. Okay, that's not true. I pre-ordered one and it's coming in. But okay, that's the only one. Unless Book of the Month and Aardvark has something I like. Okay, I'm going to try not to buy a ton of books in October. I'm telling myself no more than 5. No more than 5. No more than 5. That is my goal. Will I make it? You'll find out if there's an October book haul. Then you'll know I failed. You'll know I failed. But I'm hoping I don't. I'm hoping it's just 5. Because if it's 5 books, I'm not going to do a video for it. I'll combine it with November. So yeah. That's the goal. Hold me to it. Hold me to it. My husband will try. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like it if you did. Please subscribe. I post videos every Monday and Thursday. And please comment below. Let me know if you've read any of these books. What did you think about them? How many books did you buy in October? Are you going on a book ban? Let me know, or just be encouraging to me to not buy more than 5 books in October. But please, whatever you say, just be respectful. And remember, life's too short to drink bad tea, so don't do it. Bye!